Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fit8 live stream. I'm your coach today. My name's Joe, and I'm taking you through a range of exercises to keep you fit and healthy while we're staying at home. So we're going to jump into a quick warm-up, and then we're going to go into a few different circuits, which is going to mainly challenge your lower body and your core. Okay, so let's start with our warm-up, jogging on the spot. Good. I'm putting in some side touches, so I'm using the end of my mat as a guide, just shuffling side to side, getting a bearing for the space we're working in today. Good job. Good, into heel flips now. Good, and now into high knees. Good job. Now, a nice wide base, and we're going to do some windmills. Good job. And now we're going to go into some hamstring pulses. Good. Next, we want to open up our hips. So we're going to raise one knee, bring it out to the side and back round, and alternate. Good. Opening up the hips. Good. And now producing the opposite movement. So starting out wide and closing in. Good. Some big circles with our hands, our arms even. And now going backwards. Good job. And some rotation through our core. Good job. So now we are going to move into our first circuit. It's going to be 3 exercises that we're going to perform. You're going to do 40 seconds on. You're going to get a 20-second break in between each one. In that 20-second break, look up at your screen so you can see the next exercise. So I'll give you 10 seconds to get a drink and then come into the center of your exercise area, and we're going to get going. Are you ready? So our first exercise is a squat with a kick to the side. Okay, so you can take that squat however you like. Ideally, you want to squat to parallel and kick out to the side with a nice straight leg, okay? If you can't quite get to parallel, you can take a half and still kicking out to the side, okay? So we're going to go for 40 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Good job, keeping your chest up, keeping your knees following your big toe, and kicking out with a nice straight leg. Keep going, we're past halfway now. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now is your 20-second break. Okay. So take a little breather, and we're going to come to a kneeling position in a tabletop on our mat. Okay. The next exercise is a fire hydrant. So we're going to try and perform this movement. I'll show you from the front as well. So you don't want your hips turning out as you raise your leg. You just want your knee coming up as high as we can, like in our warm-up when we were doing the opening of the hips, okay? So we're going to do 20 seconds on one leg, 20 seconds on the other leg, and I'll tell you when to switch. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So in this tabletop position, and bringing your right leg out to the side. Get it as high as you can. And make sure you're not turning your hips out to the side. So this should really give you a nice burn in your glutes. 3, 2, 1, and now left leg. Left leg out to the side. Good job. Almost there. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, so our final exercise of this circuit is a Superman. So there's 2 variations to this one. The first one is you're going to be in this position, okay, and you're going to try and lengthen your left hand, your left arm, and your right leg, like so. Okay, you're going to bring them back, and then you're going to switch sides. Okay. What you don't want is any tilting or rotating. You want to be nice and straight, pushing your heel to the ground and reaching for with your other hand, reaching forward. Okay. If that's too easy for you, what you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing, but from a plank position. So again, pushing out. This one significantly harder, but give it a go if you're feeling strong today. Are you ready? 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So level 1, make sure you've mastered this one before moving on to level 2. So really squeeze your glute as you raise that leg and keep your core braced, not allowing your hips to turn up. Good. And level 2 from a high plank position. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, so that is our circuit. We are going to do that one more time before moving on to our next circuit. So you get a 40-second break now. Grab a quick drink, and we're going to be back into our squat kicks. Let us know where you're training from today. Let us know, have you finished work? Did you get caught in the rain today? Let us know how you're doing. 20 seconds more rest, and we're into our squat kicks. I'll show you just the demo. Level 1, half squat, and out to the side. Level 2, the full squat. Okay, 10 seconds, and we're going to go into that. Let's get ready. On your toes then. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1. Both legs should be straight as we kick out to the side. Good job. And now level 2, the full squat, hitting your depth and kicking up. Good. Only 10 seconds left. 3, 2, last rep, 1, and time. Good. 20 seconds off, and we're into our tabletop position, performing our fire hydrant. Right leg moving first. Let's get ready. I'll show you from the front. If you're not sure what to do, just look up at your screens, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Right leg first from a tabletop and hinging up. Get that leg as high as you can without your hips turning up. 3, 2, 1. Left leg moving now. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, last exercise of the circuit, moving into our Supermans. Again, from your knees or from the high plank position, you choose. If you did try from the high plank, let us know how you got on. If you want to give it a go, give it a go. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So level 1 from this position, knees grounded. Make sure the legs getting up nice and high. And you should be, imagine there was a bowl of cereal resting on your back. It should be flat like a table so you don't spill any milk. Good. And who's giving that level 2 a try? I'm going to show you how you can try and do that. And pushing the ground away makes you more stable. And raising. And other side. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Oh, so that is our first circuit completed. Again, grab a quick drink. You've got a 40-second break, and we're going to go into our second circuit of this evening. I hope you got a little bit of energy left. The rain has cleared, so if you can do this session outside, do give it a go. The sky is blue for now. Okay, and the first exercise of the second circuit is going to be glute bridges. So these are really good for your hamstrings and your glutes, as well as your lower back and your core. Okay, so everything is going to be engaged while we perform this exercise. So level 1, you should be able to just about tickle your heels. That's how far away your feet should be for level 1. And just going to push up, hold 1 second and down. Okay, so 1 second up, 1 second hold, 2 seconds on the way down. Okay, that's the tempo I want for you. And down. Okay, to make it a little bit harder, you're going to lengthen your legs. Okay, this is going to make it harder and engage your hamstrings even more. Okay, you're going to push up. It's going to be a bit harder to hold up at that point and coming down slower. So 1 second up, 1 second hold, and coming down. The last variation is you're going to point your toes to the sky. You're going to go two legs. So 1 second up, lengthen, lengthen, and 2 seconds down. And repeat. Okay, so 3 levels there for you. I'll show you them all again once we start our set. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1, heels in reaching distance of your hands, pushing up, 1 second up, 1 second hold, 2 seconds on the way down, and repeat. Good. Level 2, pushing those legs further away, same tempo. Good job. Keep it going. Who's taking that level 3 a try? Remember, point your toes to the sky, heels grounded, pushing up, lengthening left leg, lengthening right leg, and back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. That is our first exercise. Really good work. Again, stand up if you need to, shake your legs out, and we're going to go into our second exercise of the circuit. Okay, so 20 seconds rest is coming to an end, and the next exercise is a dead bug. So just 2 levels to this one, very similar to the Superman's. Okay, knees to the sky, arms up to the sky, and you're going to try and get your left heel and your right hand as close to the ground without touching as possible, and back in, and alternate. So this one is actually easier for your core, but harder for coordination. And level 2, where you're just moving both at the same time, is harder for your core, but easier to coordinate. So you can choose either motion that suits you today. Are you ready? I'll show you both again. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Dead bug. While one side is moving, the other has to stay locked in. And level 2. We're just past halfway. More challenging for the core, but easier to coordinate as all parts are moving at once. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Really good work. Whew. And our final exercise again for our core, we are going to do some crunches. Again, there's a few variations that we're going to try. Okay, level 1 is just a regular crunch, coming up like so. Getting your shoulders off the ground without using momentum, without throwing yourself forward, really contracting the abs to get your shoulders up. Okay, level 2 gives you a bit of a deeper contraction, legs up in the air like so, and again, doing a crunch. The final variation are legs up 90 degrees, hands out straight, and you're going to try and touch your toes. This one, significantly harder than the other 2. You'll feel very strong contraction there. So, time is starting in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1. Level 2. And level 3, 10 seconds left. Oh. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, once again, we're going to perform all of those one more time to complete our circuit. So starting with glute bridges, you've got a 40-second break. Grab a quick drink if you need one. And then we're back into glute bridges. Again, this time around the circuit, really try and level up. If you tried the level 1s, try the level 2, or even the level 3. I reckon you've got it left in the tank. Last push. Really challenging on the core for that one. And if you already have a strong core, maybe you're struggling with the coordination. So maybe do the level 1 of that dead bug variation. Practice that coordination. Okay, 10 seconds, and we're back into our glute bridges. I'll go through each level again as we go through the set, starting with level 1. But if you remember level 2 or level 3, just jump straight in on those levels. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1 should be able to touch your heels, and then pushing up. Hold 1 second, seconds on the way down. Push up nice and sharp, 1 second hold, and 2 seconds on the way down. Level 2, lengthening that leg a little bit, making it a bit harder, especially on that 1 second hold at the top. That's the most important thing, guys. Keep it going. Good. And level 3, pointing your toes to the sky, pushing up, lengthening each leg. Don't let your hips drop as you lengthen, and back down. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And resting there. 20 seconds off, and we're into our dead bug. So you can either alternate, or you can do both at the same time. Okay, they're both hard for different reasons. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1. So each one should be nice and controlled. Just before your hand or your heel touches the ground, and pulling back in. Really good for coordination and core strength. And level 2, lengthening both and pulling back in. Three, last rep, 1, and rest. Good job. Last exercise is our crunch. Again, 3 different variations there for you. You jump in on the level that suits you, or level it up. Give level 3 a try. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Level 1. Level 2. And level 3, 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, those last ones are super tough. Okay, again, grab a quick drink. We're going to go into our fit8 finisher, which is going to be 2 minutes long today. And then we're going to move into a bit of mobilization and our cool down stretches. So I'll give you an extra moment just to grab a drink and then come into a seated position on your mat for our fit8 finisher. Okay, so I will demonstrate those 3 exercises we're going to do today. The first one is flutter kicks. So you're going to have, you can support your lower back here if you need to. Otherwise, hands across your chest, shoulders up, and we're going to kick for 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. We're then going to go into 6 knee raises. Okay, so hands flat on the ground for this one, and you're going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Then you're going to come up to here, and we're going to do 12 Russian twists. Okay, so you can do these with your feet on the ground or elevated. Ideally, you want to do them elevated, and you're going to twist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I've just shown you 1 round. We're going to get a timer on for 2 minutes, and you're going to see how many rounds you can complete. Okay, I'm going to set you a target of completing 3 rounds. If you can complete those 3 rounds, let us know in the comments. Or if you do even more than that, then let us know. Okay. Also, you can just do it at the same pace as me if you can keep up. That's the challenge out to you. Are you ready? So starting with flutter kicks in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Timer's on. Let's go. Let's work hard. That's one round done for me. 30 seconds on the clock. These flutter kicks do get tough. And the knee raises. Oh, 2 rounds done. 1 minute 15 on the clock. Oh, it's tough. Let's go all the way to the end. Five, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Oh, 3 rounds was a tough challenge. I just about made it to my 3rd round. Let us know what you did in the comments. 40-second break, and we're going to come into some mobilization and some cool down stretches. Okay. So another 30 seconds. Really good work today. Now let's finish it off. Are you ready? So our first exercise, let me just tilt my camera down a little bit. You can see me a bit better. Our first exercise is scorpions. So you are going to be lying on your front, hands out, spread wide. You're going to lift 1 foot up and try and get it to your palm, keeping both shoulders as close to the ground as you can, and back to center. And other side. You should feel this all the way through your back, and maybe even a bit in your hips, and just do a few on each side at your own pace. Left foot to right hand, right foot to left hand. Good, and finish that last rep. You're going to bring your hands in close, and you're going to push up into a cobra stretch. Okay. Point your chest to the sky. Good, and hold. And now moving into a child's pose. So leave your hands where they are and sit back onto your heels. Good, and this time as we come forward, you're going to step your right foot outside of your right hand, like so. Okay, you're going to tuck your left toe under, push up, and open out. 1, 2, and 3. So once you've done 3, we're just going to hold there, hold that position. Okay, you're going to get both feet back, and we're back into our cobra stretch. Okay, so we're going to go to our left side in a moment. First, moving back to a child's pose. This time we're going to step our left foot forward. Left foot forward, outside of our left hand. Tuck your right toes under, pushing up and opening out 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Good. And we're just going to hold there for a moment, pushing our hips into the ground, getting a nice stretch. Good. And now we're going to step our right foot forward as well. And now we're into a squat pose. I'll show you from the front. So toes pointed out, like so. Pushing out, sink your tailbone down as low as you can. And you should get a really good stretch through your hips, through your groin. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then dropping into a tabletop position. So that is like so. Okay. Now with your left hand, you're going to reach that through the gap between your right hand and your right leg. You're going to bend into that arm. You can bring your shoulder and cheek to the ground and just stretch. Hold that position. Good. And pressing up. And now the other side. I'll show you from the front this time. So right hand through the gap between your left hand and your left knee, coming through, cheek, shoulder and cheek to the ground. Hold. And pressing out. Good job. Last one for our mobilization. We're just going to move through a few cat cows, okay? So you're going to arch your back as much as possible and keep your back in, belly button nice and close to the mat, and now lift that belly button away from the mat and just move through those 2 movements a few times at your own pace. Okay, good. So now we're just going to come into a few cool down stretches. First one is just stretching out our hamstrings. Good job. Next one, soles of your feet together and try and get your knees down to the ground and eventually try and get your chest onto your feet by pulling forward. Good job. In the next few stretches, we're going to be onto our feet. So up we get. Last couple stretches. Our quads. Hold something to balance if you need to. Good, and switch. And our final stretch, pushing out as far as you can, hinging down. Now let your arms hang, relax your neck, and now just swing left and right. Really good work. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Our next session is Sunday at 11 a.m. I hope to see you there. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you on Sunday.